Hare Krishna. Let us understand Bhagavad Gita as it is, written by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. So let us understand these chapters section by section. Before we begin the discussion, let us offer our prayers to our spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada and Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we will be understanding the second section of chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita. Second section is from Shloka number 8 to Shloka number 14. This section is entitled Krishna is all pervasive by his diverse energies. So let us understand this section. So in the previous section, Lord Krishna had explained that He is the source of both material and spiritual energies. Material energy is inferior energy, and spiritual energy, which are the living beings, they are the superior energy of Lord Krishna. And Krishna told that everything rests on Him just as pearls rest on the string. So nothing can exist without Lord Krishna. In this section, let us understand how the Lord is all pervasive by His diverse material and spiritual energies. So let us understand how the Lord is all pervasive. Lord Krishna says, Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayo pranava sarva vedeshu shabdah ke paurusham rishu. So Krishna says, O son of Kunti, Arjuna, I am the taste of water. I am the light of sun and moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras, and I am the sound in ether and ability in man. So in this verse, Krishna clearly describes how He is all pervasive by His diverse material and spiritual energies. Krishna says, Rasoham apsu kaunteya. I am the taste of water. When we feel thirsty, we look for water because it has a unique taste which quenches our thirst. So this taste of water is coming from Lord Krishna. So the impersonalists, they appreciate the taste of water, and the personalists who understand God as a person, they appreciate not only the taste of water but also appreciate the kindness of Lord Krishna, who has supplied such nice water for quenching our thirst. So both impersonalists and the personalists actually are studying the same Lord in different angles of vision. Actually there is no such contradiction as such. That is why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has explained that everything has both personal and impersonal aspect. So Lord Krishna has explained the Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, inconceivable simultaneous oneness and difference. The Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Everything is one with God and simultaneously different from God. So this is explained by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna. So Lord Krishna is telling that Rasoham apsu kaunteya, I am the taste of water. Prabhasmi shashi suryayoho, I am the light of sun and moon. Actually, the light of sun and moon comes from the Brahma Jyoti. Brahma Jyoti is Krishna's bodily effulgence which is spread everywhere. From this bodily effulgence of Lord Krishna, sun and moon receive their light. So, Krishna is the source of the light of sun and moon. And the Omkara, which is there in all Vedic mantras, that also comes from Lord Krishna. So, Omkara is a sound representation of Lord Krishna. Impersonalists, they don't like to utter the names of Lord Krishna, so they prefer to chant Omkara. But what they don't know is Omkara is also a sound representation of Lord Krishna. And Shabdaha ke Paurasham Rishmu. I am the sound in Vitha and ability in man. So Krishna is all pervasive in this way through his material energies and spiritual energies. Further, Lord Krishna says, Punyo gandha prithivyam cha tejas chasmi vibhavasau Jivanam sarva bhuteshu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat in the fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics. So here Krishna is describing Punyo Gandha Prithivyam cha. He is the original fragrance of earth. Punya means original, that which is not decomposed. In this world, everything has its original flavor, and that original flavor, which is all pervading, is coming from Lord Krishna himself. Punyo Gandha Prithivyam cha. And when different flavors are mixed with some chemicals, those tastes also can be changed. So the original taste of everything comes from Krishna. Further, Tejaschasmi Vibhavasau. I am the heat in fire. Actually, to run so many factories and even for digestion of the food in our stomach, fire is needed. Without fire, we cannot even cook, we cannot run our factories, and even the food that we eat gets digested by the fire of digestion. Therefore, Krishna is the heat of fire. Without that heat in fire, nothing can happen in this world. So, Tejas Chasmi Vibhavaso. Jivanam Sarva Bhuteshu. It is because of Krishna one lives. If Krishna desires to kill someone, he can kill. If Krishna desires to maintain someone, no one can kill him. It is said that Mare Krishna Rakhe ke, Rakhe Krishna Mare ke. If Krishna decides to kill someone, no one can protect him. If Krishna decides to protect someone, no one can kill him. So therefore, one can increase one's duration of life or decrease one's duration of life by the will of Lord Krishna. So Krishna is the life of all that lives. Jivanam sarva bhuteshu. Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. He is the penances of all the ascetics. So in this way, Krishna is all pervading. Further, Krishna says, Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. So Krishna is clearly telling that Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam. He is the original seed of all living beings. In this world, there are innumerable living beings who have different varieties of bodies. There are totally 84 lakh species of life, and each and every soul in this material world has one of the bodies from the 84 lakh species. So Krishna is the seed of all living beings. Without Krishna, no living being can exist. In one more place in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Pitaham asya jagato mata data pitamaham. Krishna says that I am the father, I am the mother, and I am the grandsire of this creation. And he also says, Sarva yonishu konteya murtaya sambhavanti yaha tasam brahma mahadyonir aham bija pradapita. Krishna says that I am the seed-giving father of all species of life. Sarva yoni, all living beings, all species. So, here also Krishna is telling, Bijam mam sarva bhutanam. I am the seed-giving father of all living beings. Further, Buddhir Buddhimatam Asmi, Krishna says that I am the intelligence of the intelligent. Without intelligence, no one can understand Krishna. And it is Krishna who provides knowledge about himself. Directly, he comes and teaches the message of Bhagavad Gita. And through his disciples, through his devotees, Krishna propagates this knowledge in this society so that we all can become intelligent and solve all our problems of life. So without Krishna's direction, without Krishna's message, we cannot get out of sufferings, we cannot solve our problems. So Krishna is the intelligence of the intelligent. And further, Tejas Tejasvinamaham, I am the prowess of all powerful men. So in this way, Krishna is all pervasive. Further, Krishna says, Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshabha. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of the Bharatas, Arjuna. So, Krishna is telling that Balam balavatam chaham, I am the strength of the strong. So that strength which a powerful, strong man has, is not his personal strength. Actually, it is strength given by Lord Krishna. And this strength should be used for protecting others, not for self-aggrandizement, not for showing off and achieving some name and fame. The strength which powerful men have, it should be used for protecting the citizens so that they can peacefully progress in Krishna consciousness. Further, Krishna says that Kama Raga Vivarjitam Dharma Viruddho Bhuteshu Kamosmi Bharatarshava. Krishna says that I am sex life which is not against religious principles. So, here clearly it is mentioned that one is allowed to indulge in sex according to religious principles. So, man and woman, they can marry, they can produce children and make the children devotees of Krishna. Such type of sex is dharmic, that is religious. And sex which is contrary to religion is that sex which is meant only for sensual pleasure and it's not meant for producing children and making them devotees. So such sex life is called sinful. One should avoid sex which is only meant for experiencing some pleasure and not taking the responsibility of producing the children and making them devotees of Krishna. So one can produce hundreds of children and make them devotees of Krishna. That is also service to Krishna if one is capable of doing. In Kali Yuga, generally people don't have that capacity, they don't have that ability to maintain so many children. So how many our children they can maintain, they can produce that many children and make them devotees of Krishna. That is also service to Krishna. But sex life which is not meant to produce children, that is not service to Krishna. Those who indulge in sex only for sense pleasure, that is called sinful activity and one has to avoid it. So further Krishna says, Ye chaiva satvika bhava rajasastamasaschaye matta eveti tan vidhi natvaham teshu te mai. All states of being, be they of goodness, passion or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of this material nature. So the three modes of material nature which is influencing all living beings, they emanate from Lord Krishna. So clearly Krishna is telling, Ye chaiva satvika bhava rajasas tamasaschaye. Material energy is manifest in this world through these three modes of nature which act on every living being. So those living beings who wanted to enjoy without Krishna, they come under the influence of this material energy and they forget their original nature, they forget their relationship with Krishna and they try to exploit the material resources here for their personal sense enjoyment. So this material modes of nature which is Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tamo Guna, they are coming from Lord Krishna. But Krishna is not under the influence of the three modes of material nature. When Krishna appears in this world, he is the Lord of the material nature. He doesn't come under the influence of material energy. We are all conditioned souls. We are all affected by the influence of modes of nature. Because of the modes of nature, this material body is created, and we feel the pains and pleasures of this body as long as we live in this material world. But Krishna, his body is spiritual, Satchidananda. He is not having any material body as such. So he is beyond the laws of material nature. His body never deteriorates. Our body, it grows older, and then one day we will have to give up this body and enter into one more body. So in our case, body is different, and the soul which is dwelling in the body, soul is different. But in Krishna's case, Krishna, the two-handed form of Lord Krishna, is completely spiritual. He is not having any material body. Krishna's every part of his body can perform the function of any other part of his body. Lord Brahma says in the Brahma Samhita, Angani yasya sakala indriya vrittimanti Pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti. Krishna's every angani yasya sakala indriya vrittimanti. Krishna can not only see through his eyes, he can eat through his eyes, he can talk through his eyes. Pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti. He can create the entire material creation just by glancing. The power of Krishna's glance is so powerful that it can bring about creation. When he glances over his material energy, immediately there is creation. That powerful is his glance. So every part of Krishna's body can perform the function of any other part. So that is spiritual. Krishna's body is spiritual. And Krishna can expand it to innumerable forms. He is there in the heart of every living being. Andantarastha Paramanu Jayantarastham. Krishna has entered into every universe as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. He is entered into the hearts of every living being as Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. And is there in every atom as Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. So because of the presence of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu in each and every atom, there is so much of law and order in this material world. And without Krishna's presence, nothing can happen in this world. So it is Krishna from whom this material energy is manifest. The three modes are emanating from Krishna, and he is not under the influence of the three modes of material nature. He is the master of material energy. So Krishna further says, Tribhir gunamayer bhavere bhi sarvamidam jagat mohitam na bhijanati mamebhya paramavyayam. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. So as I was explaining, because we are all conditioned by the three modes of material nature, and we all wanted to enjoy without Krishna, we have forgotten our original relationship with Krishna, and we are trying to avoid pains, and we are trying to increase pleasures of this material body. And due to ignorance, we think that our enjoyment is in increasing sensual pleasures. So we are busy in acquiring those sense objects. So to acquire those sense objects, we work hard and earn money, and through that money we want to acquire various objects of pleasure. This is going on in this material world. But Krishna is clearly telling that because of being influenced by the modes of nature, we are all so much illusioned that we don't know Krishna. We don't understand that the root of everything is Krishna. It is from Krishna everything happening. We have forgotten that our pleasure is in pleasing Krishna, and we are thinking that I am the body and trying to enjoy bodily pleasures. So in that way, we are in the grip of material energy. So further Krishna says, how to overcome this material energy? Even though material energy is inferior by nature and we are all superior energy, still the material energy acts so wonderfully by the order of Krishna that it deludes us, it brings us into illusion, and we are captivated by the material energy. How to get out of the influence of material energy? Krishna says, Daivi hyesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mame vaye prapatyante maya metam tarantite. This divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So clearly Krishna is telling that Daivi Hiesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyayam. This Gunamayi, the three modes of material nature, goodness, passion and ignorance, they are so strong that one cannot liberate himself from the three modes of nature on his own. Just like a person who is bound by ropes, he cannot open the ropes on his own. He needs the help of someone who is free, whose hands are free, and that person who is free, he can remove the knots. In the same way, we are all under the influence of material energy. We cannot liberate ourselves because we are under the grip of material energy. Only the Supreme Lord Krishna or his pure devotee can help us get out of the influence of material energy. So, Krishna, it is said in the scriptures, Mayam tu prakritin vidyan mayinam tu maheshwaram. Although Maya is false or temporary, the background of Maya is the supreme magician, the personality of Godhead, who is Maheshwara, the supreme controller. So even though Maya is very powerful and it acts so wonderfully on us and keeps us in illusion, the supreme magician who is controlling Maya, which is Lord Krishna himself, he is superior, he is supreme. He controls material energy. So if we surrender to Krishna through bhakti, through love and devotion, he orders the material energy to liberate the soul from her influence. So this is the way of getting out of this material energy. Mamevaye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Krishna is clearly telling that if one surrenders unto me, he can cross over the influence of material energy. So even great devatas like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, they are also under the influence of material energy. So by taking shelter of the devatas, including Brahma and Shiva, we cannot get liberation. It is only by taking shelter of Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu, we can get liberated. It is said in the scriptures, Tameva viditva. Freedom is possible only by understanding Krishna. Without understanding Krishna, we cannot establish our relationship with Krishna and we cannot begin our devotional service. So we have to understand Krishna under the guidance of a pure devotee, a bona fide spiritual master, and learn from him how to serve Krishna. In that way, we can awaken our original Swarupa, or our original constitutional position, and in that way, we get liberated from material energy. Even Lord Shiva says, Mukti pradata sarvesham Vishnurevana samshayaha. There is no doubt that Vishnu is the giver of liberation for everyone. So by surrendering to Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna, one can get liberation. Other than that, there is no other way of getting liberation. So let us see what Krishna describes in the next section. Hare Krishna.